Hi, everyone. Welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Ben Pierce.
And we're here today with episode 20.
We got mugged.
Yes, that's what we called it, because we now have coffee mugs.
We're legit now.
Something like that. It has another side, but it has this side. So we have coffee mugs now. We are like official. We can drink our coffee or our water or whatever we want out of these coffee mugs.
Some beer.
Or our beer, which this week we are fueled by
Revolution Brewery from Chicago, Illinois.
And has our Oktoberfest, which is the last week of October that we're currently in. So it's kind of fitting that that is the beer we have this week.
It has a guy playing the tuba.
It does have a guy playing the tuba.
Oompa, 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 ba, ba.
So continuing on, though, we're going to move into our normal sponsors, which we have Strange Cat Toys,
Gallery F,
Martian Toys,
and Rotofugi.
So thanks, guys, for chipping in and helping keep the lights on and get us things like coffee mugs.
Coffee cup.
If you want to help us keep the lights on or get other cool little things for our table here, make sure to hit us up over on urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com because you can become a sponsor as well. Episode 20. Not a whole lot going on in toys this week as far as big reveals. I think we're in the calm before the storm of DesignerCon. What do you think, Ben?
Which is about to be a massive storm, I believe.
Yeah, I think we're going to be really busy talking to you guys about toys here really, really soon. So with that, we will start this week's wrap up. Toy news. Starting out, we have Teddy Troops 2.0. You may remember a blind box series from a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
I'd say like 2007. It was a while ago. Of a 3-ish, 4-inch Teddy Troop, which was a flying fortress design. Had a ton of artists that were involved in those, either on the smaller platforms or the larger versions of the figure. But we have found out that there is a new version that has been re-sculpted, and it's coming soon. And it looks like there's an artist series or something of that sorts coming along with it. We've seen the teaser so far, and everything looks like it's going to be pretty cool. It's awesome to see a platform that had kind of went by the wayside, making its way back to the mainstream. So as we learn more about what Flying Fortress is up to, we will be sure to let you know.
Next up, as I correct my show notes, is that Wood Candy Workshop showed off their new Griswold figure, which we also posted on the blog, but they shared with us, which we shared with you, a fuzzed out picture of Griswold, and we were told that you will see the full reveal next week.
Yeah,
which
so
we can only think that they are releasing at DCon since it's like
a
three
month away.
three or four weeks away from DCon.
Yeah.
And it seems to be the trend when we get news a couple weeks in advance. It's at DCon.
Yeah, we also they released figures there last year that looked really good. So hopefully we'll get a full reveal. We get to check out what that figure looks like as a whole. Next up, I have DesignerCon news that has officially been called DesignerCon news. Gundam, sorry.
Gundam style.
Yeah, Gundam style. Gundam, the artist known for his Sofubi figures, has a booth number 429. And at that booth, he will be featuring releases from some of your favorite soft vinyl type people, like Kirjin, Monsterfoot Creations, Mahoko, Skateboards, Toy Sabin, and
Toy Sabian,
and Yokai. I can't do it. You do it.
Yokai
Yu. We're working on it, people. We're working on it. It gets worse every week.
We need a linguist here on the show.
Yeah, we need an official linguist to come help us with pronunciations of things. But if you are fans of soft vinyl, those are some good releases, and I'm sure we'll be getting more reveals as we get closer. And I know I will be stopping by the booth to check out everything that they have there as well. So you might catch us there if you're looking for us.
Riding dirty.
So what do you got, Ben?
I got something that was reconfirmed on Marsham Toy Hour this week.
Ooh.
In that the Andrew Bell Pober Winter Stalker, which is a build-on of the Gary Ham Autumn Stag, is going up for pre-order on Halloween, which is Monday.
Ooh.
So, as Gary and them talked about, it's $500 or 2 installments of $250, and pre-order it or forever hold your peace, because these things are massive, they're expensive, and they're not just going to order extra ones for people to whine about after the fact.
And be ready for a decent price for shipping as well, because these things are huge. So
I think they're 28 inches.
Yeah. So, and I'm guessing I imagine it's like padded to crazy too. So, but looks like a really cool thing, and it makes a really good shelf for all your smaller figures. So if you're a fan of the Autumn Stag, now's your chance to get back in on this. I know a lot of people missed the original one. So
no mini edition is what Gary said.
Oh, no mini edition. Okay.
At least that's what I thought he said.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So next up we have Bearbrick news. I think this is the first ever Bearbrick news on the wrap up.
It might be.
Yeah, so they are releasing the 1000% edition of the Alien, like the Aliens, the movie, or Aliens,
So
whichever one you go to.
First movie or second movie?
I believe it's based on the first one, even though they had aliens there, but it said the classic style Alien for one of them. They have 2 new figures in the 1000% size, which is approximately 27 inches. And they are currently up for pre-order on Medicom.com for approximately $350 each. But there's 2 different versions, the Classic Edition and the Alien Warrior Edition. Both are really cool. If you're fans of the movie or Bearbricks, then these are going to be really cool additions to your collection. I have always wanted one of those massive Bearbricks.
For $350, it can be yours.
I don't know if I want to pay $350 though.
$350.
So it's a good price. It's a really awesome size figure. So if you're a fan of those, jump in, get them now, get them on pre-order, because I'm sure since they're Alien, they're going to go relatively quickly.
2 pieces of news for me, because it looks like Travis has spent. First one, Lunartik has his October spooky brew.
Ooh.
Lunartik cup of tea of the month. So it's the October version timed with Halloween, and it glow in the dark, and it looks like a little floaty ghost sort of thing.
Yeah,
so,
it's like drippy looking, ghost looking things. Yeah.
On Lunartik.com. Last piece is something we found right before we started filming, is that Light Sleepers in Hawaii and UPND are finalizing their Doom, which is a Mickey Mouse Doom figure based off of MF Doom. It's a 4.5-inch resin that they are currently taking pre-orders through direct message on their Instagram. So it's at Light Sleepers.
Direct message pre-orders are kind of taking off.
Yep.
I've been seeing that lots more and more lately. So
seems to be when you don't have a good website together, you just take it on.
Take it on
Instagram.
Take a message and then write it down. It's a good inventory system. But looks like a really cool figure. So if you're a fan of kind of like pop culture mashing together,
it looked pretty cool for 4.5 inches.
Yeah, it looks cool. So we're going to roll into art news, though. And the first thing I have is coming from Skinner. You may have noticed a couple of weeks ago, the artist Skinner released a series of 8x10-inch paintings. This doesn't happen a whole lot where he just like releases them on his site. So this was kind of a strange thing. And they turned out really good. And they were $200 a piece.
Not terrible.
Not that bad. And they featured his creepy looking monsters and all of his black line work over his neon backgrounds. Well, you missed that release, right? I saw a lot of people saying they missed it.
I missed it.
He's got another one coming your way.
Oh.
With all new painting and designs and everything like that. And he says he's going to be telling us soon via his Instagram when they're releasing. So if you happen to be in the market or missed the last release, make sure to head over to the @ArtOfSkinner on Instagram and make sure you check them out before they're gone.
All right. Rotofugi recently teased a new pin in their art pin collection series. So for those of you who are not familiar with the blob, like the blacked out thing that we're showing right here, it might be a Nathan Hamill Octopup.
Could be.
We'll let you decide.
Could be something else.
As you look at this photo.
It could be an Octocat. Who knows?
Could
be. It could be anything. It's a black blob at the moment.
I know.
So coming soon?
Possibly, yeah.
We'll assume that it's going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So if
it
you're a fan,
maybe at Rotofugi's
DesignerCon booth?
Decon booth.
Why are we trying to make everything into DesignerCon news?
Because DesignerCon needs to retweet this video. So as long as we see DesignerCon a couple times, they might catch on.
They might. Probably not. Okay, so here's something that's not, I repeat, not at DesignerCon.
Or is it?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Not at all. It's actually quite far from DesignerCon. It is in Hong Kong.
DesignerCon?
Hong Kong DesignerCon. No, it is Shepard Fairy has painted a new mural in Hong Kong of his peace hands logo, you know, the one that's like a outline of a peace figure with like all kinds of work inside of it. It's in a maroon and yellowish, goldish looking colorway. He just finished it up earlier this week, and it looks really awesome. So if you happen to be in Hong Kong, you may want to go seek out where Shepard Fairy is. He also mentioned that he was going to be painting another mural
At DesignerCon?
not a DesignerCon in Hong Kong. So if you happen to be in the area, I would say make sure to check out your Obey Giant on Instagram and make sure to look out for where he might be painting, so you could go check him out painting live.
Am I back to giving a brick of news?
Yep, you're back to giving a brick of news since you
All
don't
right.
share.
I don't. I'm not an only child, but I don't share. So Natalia Fabia has a show coming up at Corey Helford Gallery called Rainbow Samsara, which opens November 5th, which is next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend. And it runs from 7 to 11 on opening night, and I think probably runs most of the month. Last piece that I have for art is that Ian Williams recently did a Flight of the Conchords, the band, back-to-back night in Texas for Houston and Grand Prairie, which has the two guys as cowboys. So one's like a blue color, one's a red color, and so they kind of match together. And so coming up pretty soon on Fighting for Dreams, the website, that you'll be able to get both of those.
Very cool. Always love when he has, like, when artists do those two posters that kind of go together. I always love that. That's great.
Kind of doesn't really go together. They're the exact same image, just different colors.
Yeah, it's not like a back to back and it makes another image type thing. Yeah. So, but it's still cool nonetheless. Okay.
On to events.
Event news. I got something from Dave Pressler and Lori Field. They are having a new show opening on November 4th at Stranger Factory. The show is called What Lives in the Attic.
What does live in the attic?
I don't know, some monsters or something. I guess
I don't have an attic, so I don't have to worry about that.
So the show goes through November 27th, but on November 6th, 2 days after the opening, Dave will be hosting a visual storytelling seminar. During that, you'll be learning the process the artist uses to kind of like tell a story through his artwork and whatnot. And that'll be taking place on November 6th, as we said, from 12:30 to 3:30. So if you happen to be traveling out for the show or going to the show, you'll also want to check out the seminar. It's always cool to hear kind of like processes and things like that and get kind of a behind the art.
Or if you just happen to be passing through Albuquerque.
Yeah, so if you happen to be there, make sure to check it out. More information on strangerfactory.com.
Looks like I should have gone first on this one since I have two and you had one.
Yeah, that would have worked out better.
Back to my incessant decon news is that DesignerCon, the Secret Walls, announced their 3 team participants for the VIP party painting battle. So one team is Juan Muniz and Das Frank. Second is Two Fly and Kano.
Ooh.
And the third team is L'Amour Supreme and Skinner.
Oh.
Tough competition.
We got to go to that.
DesignerCon, if you want us there, provide us a way to be there.
Yeah, we definitely got to go check that out. That's going to be cool.
Second piece, ComplexCon, which I only recently heard about today, happens November 5th and 6th in Long Beach, California. And so far, I've seen 2 people talk about it, DKE and Dabs Mila.
Yeah, I heard it was, it's kind of like I don't know if it's a new thing this year, but they're trying to like pull in some more like art stuff. So a few people jumped on board, looked like DKE, and like you said, it looks like it's going to be interesting. We'll see if it materializes and makes anything and becomes anything. It'll be interesting. I don't think it's like competing with DesignerCon.
I think it's 2 different things.
Yeah, I think it's 2 different things, but we'll see. Hopefully ComplexCon goes over well.
Indeed.
Is that your last thing, Ben?
All done.
Oh, well then. I guess we're done. Episode 20 in the can. Everybody, here we go.
Do we have any of this news?
Luna news. Well, she made landfall.
Woo!
She is in the United States of America, fans of Luna. She is currently trying to make her way through she's through customs from what I gathered from the shipper, but she's trying to get unloaded. So we're waiting on that. Hopefully by the end of this week, early next week, she will be over at our distributor. And then from there, we'll be getting them sent to us, and then they'll be getting shipped out to you. So hopefully you'll be receiving yours by the end of November, early December.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So if you happen to be like international, it probably will be December, but local guys here in the United States, hopefully by the end of November. Other than that, really, we're just time to do the plug. So if you want to keep up with us, make sure to head over to urbanvinyldaily.com and check out all our news that we post about on a regular basis, not just the stuff we talk about on here. You can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Urban Vinyl Daily. Keep up with our daily antics, things we don't have time to post about, and cool things like our new coffee mugs. Yeah, and things we'll be having at DesignerCon as well, and where you might find us at DesignerCon.
Scavenger hunt.
If you're watching this video, a big thing that really helps us out,
whether you like the video or not,
is a share.
Share it.
So we're trying to help kind of grow our fan base a little bit. So if you can share this video with your friends and family, it would help us out a whole lot, because we're kind of like, we've got a pretty good little fan base going here, but we'd like to grow our fan base to get toy news to more people and hopefully expose more people to the things that are toys. So if you could please like and share this video with other people, that would be amazing.
And even leave comments on the video, even when you post it on Facebook, or if you want to leave us comments on YouTube, let us know. Let us know that we suck. Let us know that you like what we're doing. Let us know that you prefer to listen to our voices instead of looking at our faces.
And you can do that by heading over to iTunes and typing in the word Token Nerd Network, and you'll find the iTunes version of our podcast. So, but if you want to let us know anything, like what you're doing for the day, I don't know, what you've got releasing, anything like that, tell us over at urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com.
While you're telling us that, tell us if you're going to be at DCon and if you want to be interviewed by us.
Yeah.
Or not interviewed. Either way.
Yep. Either way, let us know. You can also send us over things like information about your show if you have an art show going on that we don't know about.
Or your releases.
Yeah, anything like that. Send it over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com.
Your social security number, mother's maiden name.
Your credit card.
Credit card number and address.
That would be awesome as well. But as always, I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
Have a great designer toy day. This is Travis Likens from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right. Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at Token_Nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.